Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about the types of environments or types of architectures we have to develop a application or to test a application. There are four different type of environments or architecture we are having. Standalone environment or client server environment and web environment and distributed environment. See, as a tester, before going to test any application, we need to identify where that application is fall on, whether it is a standalone application or web application or client server application or distributed application. You may get a doubt here. Sir, what is the difference between these all types of environments? Is there any difference in testing point of view? No difference is there in testing point of view, but as a tester you need to understand the internal architecture of the entire application. Then only you can easily test that application, adapt that application easily. It will be, your job is very easy to identify a bugs in that. So even though we are from testing side, we need to know the architecture of the application. Whenever we are doing something, where it is going, which server it is going, hitting, and how we are getting the response. These all things you need to understand even though you are a black box tester. So that will give you more knowledge on entire application, how internal things are happening. So how many types of applications will be there usually? Standalone applications. But let me discuss on some examples. You installed some gaming software in your machine. You are able to play that game in your system. Can we access that game, whatever you installed in your system, in other system? No, it is not possible. When you install a game into a particular system, you can able to access in that system, in that machine. You cannot able to access it in other machine. So it means that whatever is required for that game, everything is there in single system. Usually any application having three layers: presentation layer, business logic layer, database layer. Presentation layer is what you are able to see with your eyes on our application. What is GUI of the application? That is a presentation layer. Business logic layer, when you perform some operation on that application, whatever the logic we have written in the background, it is going to take that action into the further. It will take that action into further and give you the corresponding response to you. So the logic, core logic, whatever we have written to process your actions, that is something like business logic layer. And whatever the data you need, it is going to store into a database. Database might be a MySQL or Oracle or SQL Server, whatever it is, or MongoDB, anything. It is going to store into a database. So that will store the data. That is something like database layer. Any application, these three layers will be there: presentation layer, business logic layer, database layer. These three layers, depending on the architecture, different places these three layers will be there. That we are going to discuss in this video. So first one is a standalone. So whatever the required resources for the particular software, those all are there in single system. That is a standalone application. You installed MS Office in your system, it will work only in your system. That is a standalone. Stand alone. Why they named it as? It will stand alone. Or you installed some other software like MS Office or MS Word or MS Excel or any gaming softwares, or you installed Notepad++. These all softwares are specific to your system. Presentation, business logic, database, everything is there in that system. So these three layers are there present in single system. That type of applications are standalone applications, wherein which all the layers are there in a single system. You can able to access that software only in that system. Whatever you are installing in a system, that is a standalone. So we may get a chance to work on standalone applications also. In Windows operating system, we calling them as a Windows applications. Okay. Second one, client server application. See, for example, when you observe it, you go to the particular bank people are using some software. That software you cannot access from outside. Only in the bank network you can able to access. That too, bank employees. In that case, we can call it as a client server application. One server somewhere it will be there. You are able to access your application within that network. Outside of that network, you cannot access. So similarly, any MNC you can take. Some applications you can access only inside of the MNC network. Those all are client server. So whatever you are accessing, that is a client, and you are accessing it from the server. So in this case, all the resources are not there in a single system. Resources are present in different systems. One server you are using, client you are using. So in the client system, presentation layer you are accessing, whereas in the server, database layer is there, presentation layer is there. That is something like client server environment or client server application. Fine. Next, third one is a web environment. In the internet, you can, whatever you are accessing, all the applications are web applications only. How the web applications usually architecture is, one presentation layer will be there, whatever the system you are accessing, and business logic layer will be there in one server, database layer will be there in another server. So three different servers they used to maintain usually. Presentation layer, what the end user accessing system, that is a presentation layer, and the server business logic part, they're going to put it into a one server, and database related, they're going to put it into a one server. So you may get a doubt here, sir, whatever the architecture it is, what is the difference to the tester? As I told you in the beginning, no difference to the tester, any application, but you need to know internal architecture to identify the critical bugs or critical issues in the architecture side. That is the advantage of understanding the architecture part. Well, whatever you are accessing in the internet, everything is a web application. Everything is a web application. But did you observe one case in one scenario? For example, very demanding news is coming in the market. Okay, demanding news or trending news is rolling. In that case, you are trying to access one website. At a time, lakhs of people, crores of people are accessing. For example, in web environment, there may be a chance to application will be down when load increases on the application, because you are maintaining only one server. Sometimes we might have observed some of the websites will be down because of load increases on that application. Server may not able to accommodate those many number of people. That is the reason we have distributed environment. Now, distributed environment is something like client will be there, that is same presentation layer, whatever we are accessing. Number of business logic servers will be there. Number of database layer servers will be there. They all are connected as a clusters. Internally, all are having relations. If one server is not working, immediately the request goes to other server. So there may not be down, server down, or these all issues may not be there. Or in distributed environment, those all issues will be gone. In this case, what is the advantage? One business logic layer server will be down, then the request goes to other business logic layer. One database layer is down, the request goes to other database layer. So geographically, the servers will be there in different places. For example, let me take a Google or Facebook, okay, or Amazon. These all servers are placed in different areas in the countries, different countries. So why we did not see so far Google is down? Why we did not see so far Facebook is down? Because of this architecture. They are maintaining n number of servers in different places, different areas. They feel that the load is increasing on one server, immediately they will add one more server to overcome the failovers in those area. So this is something like distributed environment. Nowadays most of the applications are distributed. Even we are using DevOps concepts, even same thing, they are maintaining n number of servers. To manage all these servers, we need DevOps concepts also. So these are all the different type of architectures or environments currently we have in the market. So standalone is something like single system, you're going to have all the resources in that system only. Client server means in the limited area network LAN you are accessing particular system. Web means in internet you are able to access. Distributed means same, you are accessing in the internet only, but the internal architecture is they're going to maintain n number of servers in it. What is the advantage of it? There is no failovers in distributed. If one server is down, the request goes to other server. That is the advantage with the distributed environment. Now in the interview point of view, they may ask you a question. What is your application? Is it a Windows or client server or web or distributed? How the even nowadays the trending question in interviews is, tell me the architecture of your project. It is very important interview question. You need to explain architecture of your project, the flow, where it is going, where the presentation layer, how the business logic layer, how the database layer, what are all the different servers going to involve in it. This architecture, these three layers, you need to explain very clearly to the interview. Then he feels that along with the testing, he is also having the skills on architecture side. Then you may get a priority in the interview point of view than others. So that is the advantage with the knowing architecture of the entire project. Even you are joining into a new member in a team, ask your team lead, what is the architecture of our project, how internally it is happening, where the business logic is, what are all the different functionalities we can able to do it, and where internally the request is going and response is getting. These are all questions you need to ask to your team lead or your manager. So then it will be very easier for you to understand the architecture of the project. Similarly, you need to know these all four things: standalone, client server, web environment, distributed environment, how the internal architectures, and so that easily you can understand what type of application it is whenever you have get a chance to work on some application. Now I hope easily you can understand it is a Windows or standalone or client server or web or distributed. So this is what are all the layers will be there. That is also question. Any application layers are same. Presentation layer, business logic layer, database layer. Layers are same, but they're geographically where they are placing, how they are integrating, that is the architecture of each project to other project will be changing. But layers are same. Presentation layer, business logic layer, database layer. That's it. So these are all the questions they may ask you in the interview, but again I am repeating, in the interview as a tester also they are going to ask you a question like, what is the architecture of your project, how the architecture is designed. That is a very important interview question. Please try to prepare. If at all you are newly joining into a team, please ask your leader, manager, and get all the details from them. Okay, so that's all for this video, and please don't forget to like my channel and encourage me. Thank you.